How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of TRF. We are here starting this video in my garage. The Black Pearl 2.0, my 2020 skeeter boat, is almost finished with all of the, customizations and such we're doing for the 2020 season. We have, of course, the power poles on there. We have all of the electronics finally on there. But one thing that I've been super excited to put into this boat to kind of make it a very unique boat on the market is a product made by PowerPole. And just to start off this video, I want to say this is not meant to be a complete product push. This is something that's going to change the industry, and I truly believe that, especially for the tournament angler. And it is called the PowerPole Charge. PowerPole has never made a bad product, in my opinion. They don't release things until they are finally ready to get product out. And they asked me to be a part of the marketing effort for the new Charge unit. So what Charge is a marine battery charging system, but it completely eliminates a lot of the problems that other battery systems have and adds a few other key features that I don't think any other battery charging systems have to make sure that you are well covered and prepared out on the water. And so this here is a PowerPole Charge, and let's go over what it is before we head out on the water and show you what it does in action to help you catch more fish. So what the Charge does here is I've already taken out of the box, is that not only does it charge up your marine batteries, so whatever configuration you have them in, 4-bank, 3-bank, 24-volt lithium, anything, no matter what batteries you have, it charges them up through your AC wall plug while you're sitting in the garage. But the super cool thing about it is that it also charges up all your batteries, your cranking battery and your trolling motor batteries, as you are running from spot to spot. So let me explain what that means. So as you are driving your bass boat, and of course I have the Yamaha SHO 250 back here, the Charge unit, somehow they built it, I don't know the exact math and science behind it, but they built it to use the alternator in your engine to charge whatever batteries you have back here. So you guys might be able to see we have taken out the original charger that came in this boat. A lot of you guys, whether you're buying new bass boats or I guarantee you most bass boats made in the past 20 years have a good charging system, but the PowerPole completely eliminates that. It is not an addition to the charging system you have. So we took off 4-bank charger. We're gonna, in this video, put in the PowerPole Charge, link it up to the batteries, and it will be ready to go on the water and completely charge my batteries as we're out there. But charging the batteries is not the only thing that it does. It has a few other cool features. So like I said, it charges any batteries that need it as your big engine is running, but when you are not running the big engine, you're running live wells, you're running the trolling motor up front, the Charge also automatically shifts power from battery to battery depending on what needs it. So let's say you're on the trolling motor on 10 for hours and hours and hours, trolling motor, and you haven't ran the big engine a whole lot. The Charge system knows to move power from your starting battery to help out your trolling motor batteries a little bit. The question could be raised, how does it know to not move too much battery from the starting to the trolling? That way, when you go to crank up your engine, you can go and move to the next spot or head back to the ramp. And that's what is so cool about the Charge system, is that it works with the already pre-existing Sea Monster app, the PowerPole app that works with the power poles back there. But the thing that is so cool and really revolutionary about this product that nobody else on the market, to my knowledge, has is a thing called Emergency Start Mode, which is a button that you can press once you have it connected to the PowerPole Sea Monster app. And it takes power, it gathers power from all your batteries and makes sure you have enough charge, it leaves enough left in a reservoir to make sure your boat is never left stranded on the water. So forget all the times of having buddies jump your boat with jumper cables because you ran your live wells all day and left your lights on. The Charge system will not let you have that little battery, and if you start getting low, you will be able to pool battery from your trolling motors batteries all the way to your starting battery to make sure you guys get back to the ramp. So we're gonna do a little time lapse of installing this thing. It is super easy, just 4 entry points to the back of the boat, and we'll see you guys at the end. So we have this thing fully installed. I can't wait to go on the lake and show you guys what it does. So we'll see y'all out on the water. So we have made it out here to the lake with the Charge unit fully installed into my bass boat, and I've been running the trolling motor, the electronics, the power poles for several hours now, and believe it or not, I actually didn't even try to charge my batteries last night. So the charge unit, as I've mentioned before, doubles as not just a charging accessory while on the water, and also a safety device to make sure you never run out of battery in your main batteries or your trolling motor while you're out on the water. Not only does it do that, but it also allows for AC power through the wall, just like any other charger does for your bass boat. And so I didn't even plug it in last night because I wanted to see how much power I could generate by using the charge unit to charge my batteries. And so I have the PowerPole app, the Sea Monster app loaded up on my phone right now, and it's super cool because I can see exactly how much voltage I have in my main cranking battery and how much I have in each of my 3 trolling motor batteries. Something you can't see with your batteries just straight out of the box. There's no app for your batteries to be able to tell how much charge you have, but on the app you can tell. So I went ahead and took a screenshot of my Sea Monster app to show you guys how much charge was in my starting battery and my 3 trolling motor batteries before the day began, just overnight. And I had 12.53 volts in one, 1267, 1265, and then I had 12.19 in my cranking battery. And so now if we go over to, let me turn on my screen recording here. You're gonna see that I have 11.92 volts in my starting battery, and I'm gonna have 12.62, 12.75, and 12.74. So 2 of those 3 batteries in terms of trolling motor, just by running around on the big motor, have actually been charged. It's so cool to see just the flow of energy from the engine to your charge and to your batteries as you're going. There's a charge priority here, which is you can either prioritize to charge the main starting engine battery first, share the 4 batteries together, or prioritize charging the trolling motor batteries. And most of the time I'm probably going to prioritize charging the trolling motor batteries unless I'm going to be using a whole lot of power poles, electronics, live wells, lights all day, which is not usually a whole lot of stuff that I do. Usually it's just electronics and trolling motor. But I'm gonna lower the camera down so I can point it at the driver's seat. I'm gonna take a drive and I'm gonna show you guys, hopefully the audio isn't too windy while I'm driving, what exactly happens when you drive with the charge unit. So we are going to have the app up here on this side of the screen. I'm going to power pole up and I'm going to start the engine. So using the power poles, you saw it went from yellow to red. It went from 1189 to 1142, now back to 12. That's pretty cool. I never actually noticed that before. If I press the power pole down switch, watch it use the main battery's power. That is so cool. I've always understood that it did that, but I've never actually seen the battery being used. So the fact that it shows you exactly how your batteries are being used is pretty dang incredible. So we're going to start the engine here. 11.89, 11.91. Boom, started the main power. Now you can see we are all the way in the green. It is using the alternator to charge the main battery. Now we're going to put it in gear, give it some gas, and we're gonna start seeing the flow of power. The arrows are up. It is showing that we have 5.7 amps coming from the charge to the 3 trolling motor batteries. And you can also see that the number of volts in the 3 trolling motor batteries jumped as well because they are being charged right now. So I guarantee you if I was to shut off the engine, the ampage is gonna go down from the charge unit to the trolling motor batteries. Yep, 2.6. And you're gonna see the numbers decline in terms of voltage a little bit in your batteries. We're gonna crank up the engine and put this thing on plane. We're gonna change what is prioritized here from shared to engine. So now you're gonna see more charge going to the engine than the trolling motor batteries. Look at that, went down to 6.3. And now the main engine jumped from yellow to green. So let's say your main battery is just super, super low. You can change the priority. And now if we change all the way to trolling motor, you're gonna see that we're sending 8.1 amps to the trolling motor. Pretty cool, that's awesome. And in the process there, it also took some of the charge from the main battery to the trolling motor batteries. I'm gonna go back to sharing them. That's pretty sick, I love that. And one other awesome thing that the charge unit can do that is definitely revolutionary and makes this an absolute game changer. I don't use the term game changer often because I think it's overused in the fishing industry, but the charge unit is definitely a game changer because it has a mode that would have saved me in so many tournaments and fishing scenarios throughout my, my YouTube and tournament career, and that is an emergency start tool. So right now we have emergency start available on the app. So if I switch the emergency start to on, it says, warning, pressing this button will begin the emergency start process. This will remove any remaining power from auxiliary batteries, aka the trolling motor batteries, to the cranking battery you wish to continue. And so if you were to press yes, it's gonna take some of the battery from some of the voltage from the green trolling motor batteries and move it to your starting battery. So sorry about the wind there. Let's say that you fish super hard all day, you had your trolling motor running, you had your electronics, your live well pumps on continuous, and you ran your battery, your main battery, completely down and you cannot start it. I'm gonna link a video below the PowerPole made, I think the first charge video they made, and they actually did that. They ran their batteries so low that the boat was completely dead, they couldn't run anything. And so they had a little bit of battery left in the 3 trolling motors. So they used the emergency start feature to move the battery from the trolling motor to the main battery. It's unbelievable that they figured out how to move battery voltage from one battery to another, and it definitely will save a ton of anglers throughout the year. So that is my review of the PowerPole Charge. It is awesome. I'm excited to have it on my boat throughout this year and hopefully for many years to come. I think it's going to be an awesome tool that'll help me catch more fish because it'll keep me on the water longer, and especially if I decide to pursue any sort of tournament lifestyle, it will cause me a lot less mental stress about my batteries throughout the day because I know, hey, I have an app that shows me exactly how much charge I have and allows me to move it from battery to battery. So with that said, I think it's time that we catch some fish. I know that in every video I like to teach you guys something and touch you guys about the PowerPole Charge, which by the way I have fully mounted now in the back of my Skeeter. There it is right down there, is connected to all the batteries. But while teaching you guys stuff is fun, catching fish is always fun. So we're gonna head down lake real quick and we're gonna go catch some fish.